happening, my fellow geeks and geekheads? Welcome to a brand new episode of Chris's Custom Collectibles, and today we are going to be pimping out the Mega Cycloneshock Nerf gun. Now, I was just aimlessly wandering through Big W last week. I saw this thing. I thought this would be a great idea to do a custom collectible, because with these types of custom collectibles, they're not based on anything that's Star Wars related, where you have to have a certain amount of accuracy and detail to match the screen, use prop, yada yada yada. This thing, you can just go nuts, and this is what we're gonna do today. I'm just gonna grab random bits and bobs, stuff that I mostly got at J-Car for a couple of bucks here and there, some buttons, some switches, some LED lights. Now, I was originally gonna try and make some light up LEDs and some workable switches, but unfortunately I did not want to compromise the inner workings of the gun because I still wanted it to fire its bullets. So as far as any add-ons go, they're all cosmetic, but trust me, they will be well worth it in the end as an awesome looking prop. Now, first steps first, we have to get rid of the unsightly insignia, which is a punish this time around because we have some big epic logos printed all over it. We've got all the legal bullshit on the back because people seem to fire these things in their eyes. Me. Then after that, it's priming and then a matte black, and then we're gonna get to the fun stuff. So that being said, let's get to it. Alright geeks, the flat black has fully dried on the gun. Now as you can see, I've got a lot of orders that I'm working on at the same time. I got The Simpsons playing, so there's a resin Batfleck cowl over there curing. So all 6 bullets have had a coat of primer applied to them. So what I'm going to do is seal them up and then go over them with the black wash, because what I found, if you don't seal them at first after putting the first coat of primer on, it tends to want to rub off. So putting a sealer on, a gloss sealer, it really locks that in, and then we can go to town with weathering it. And then I'm going to get a nice copper paint from Model Masters and just put like a copper cap on top. Pop a cap in your ass. So as you can see here, I've drilled a hole in the side there, and I've also drilled 2 holes there, and I will drill another couple of holes on the other side, and I'll show you why. These are little random pieces that I got from J-Car. We've got 2 LED bulbs, we've just got a makeshift button, and we've got an on and off switch. Now, I just want to reiterate that these are all dummies. They're not going to be working, because if you try and put electronics into this thing, and I've had a look what's inside, you're going to compromise the inner workings, and it's not going to be functional by the end of it. So I did buy a battery pack, but what I did was I stripped the battery of, you know, the insignia. I'm going to have it resting on top as a dummy with the wires feeding into the gun, because I want this looking crude, like a soldier or whoever, a robot, you name it, a droid, has kind of customized this gun themselves for their own liking and for their own taste. They've added extra buttons for like a turbo or rapid fire, just something along those lines. So the big hole here is for this button, and I'll just show you guys, you know, just sinks in like place right there. The 2 drill holes here are going to be for the LED bulbs, so I don't know if you guys can see that well, but they're red and green, which I thought was pretty cool. So yeah, next step is to drill the rest of the holes to fit all these. Then I'm going to go in random areas of the body, and I've already started here, and just highlight certain areas with silver and copper. I did keep the insignia here. I just thought it felt like kind of a stamp that was issued out by the gun maker, like in, you know, we're fantasizing here, but I want to go over that with a nice kind of copper. So yeah, next step is to dry brush everything with silver, and then go in and highlight areas with a solid silver. Okay, so apart from doing the typical dry brushing on the edges with this chrome silver from Model Masters, what I'm doing is I'm getting a much wider brush. I'm going to try and dab off as much excess paint as I can. And what I'm going to do, just in certain panels of the gun, is just run it over evenly. So it kind of gives that hammer tone look to the surface, especially here where the logo was. Obviously I couldn't get it a completely flat smooth, but I do like that area there. I do like the surface texture here. It does look like there are like pieces missing, it's been dented, but especially here. So just in certain panels, I'm just going to be doing this, and then I'm going to be going in and doing the typical dry brushing around the edges like so. Okay, now just like all the silver highlights, I'm going in now with a Model Masters copper color, and I'm just gonna go like with the silver, just random areas. I want to do this area here, a nice copper color. I want to put just a nice dry brush copper color over this little insignia here. I just think that would look quite nifty on the gun, and then also paint the bullet heads. Okay geeks, we are on the home stretch, and what I'm doing here is just getting some spare brown pleather that I had lying around. I'm just tightly wrapping it around the grip here. I'm not going to go all the way up to here. I still want this lovely piece left intact here, but I'm just going to run the pleather all along here, just as if, you know, the soldier has damaged part of it or just wants a bit of extra grip if it's hanging off his belt, and it just adds for a bit of effect, just makes it a bit more rustic and outlandish. So thanks very much for watching, guys. I'm over the moon with the end result of this. It was just a bit of fun, just whack some stuff on there, just really make it your own. So if you guys do go the route of pimping out this collectible, please send me some photos. I'd love to see what you guys do to this thing. As always, this is available for purchase in my Etsy store and will come with a free autograph personalized by yours truly. And another thing before I go, I just want to say that I have finally gotten around to make blank castings of my Part 2 Freddy Krueger sculpt. Now, I sculpted this back in 2012. This was actually sculpted on a live cast of Robert Englund. For those who don't know who Robert Englund is, he is the man who played Freddy Krueger. And if you guys watched my vlog ages ago, you saw that I managed to salvage one more casting out of a really shitty mold that was starting to fall apart. I've now made a brand new mold that is a lot stronger and will last a lot longer. So I'm now offering blank castings of this bad boy, and I will leave the link to my Etsy store for this guy down below. Hope you guys are well, hope you guys are happy, have a fantastic weekend, be merry, be silly, and until next time, Geeks, please always remember, cosplayers do it best.